From what I can tell, you guys really like seeing drones on the channel again, and I know this because of all the likes we're getting on our drone videos. So I have a huge favor to ask of you. If you want to keep seeing drones on the channel, give this video a like and let us know why you like seeing drones on our channel in the comments below. That way we'll know and we can keep putting more drones out there. Today we're going to take a look at this really awesome high-tech little drone. This thing is the size of my cell phone, really, truly, actually smaller than my cell phone, and that's pretty amazing. This is the MJX Bugs 7. Since we've started putting drones back on the channel, this one is extremely highly requested because it competes, sort of, with the DJI Mavic Mini and now the Mavic Mini 2. This drone is capable of 4K, although it doesn't have a stabilization gimbal down here. It does have brushless motors, it's a GPS drone, and it does come in very competitively priced compared to the Mavic. Currently, this one is on a flash sale for like 5 more days. I think it consistently is around $200, maybe $220 or so. I think it's about $170 or so right now. It comes with 2 batteries, a dual charger via USB, so it does charge slowly, but you can charge both your batteries at the same time. And you know I love folding arms, so of course this saves space by having those folding props and folding arms. This also has optical flow positioning, which means paired with your GPS, it will have a camera facing down to help hold it stay stable even in the wind. This should be a really fun drone to test. So today we're going to put it through its paces, fly a GPS drone the way we like to fly a GPS drone, and have fun. So let's put it in the air and see how it does. Really fast, before I take the drone off, a massive thank you to Stan for sending us some awesome Christmas snacks directly from the food store. Thank you very much. Amelia and I and Abby have already taken a bite of the bison, was it? Or, yeah, it was elk. Elk, delicious. More things from you and other people, we thank you as well, but that was a very thoughtful gift, thank you. Getting a little bit of rain here, but we're gonna commit to this anyway. We're calibrated, and press the motor unlock button and now the auto takeoff button, and here we go. I'm just gonna fly out a little bit to make it easier for Abby to see with the camera, and I'm gonna let the drone hover for a little bit. This is what I always do on a maiden flight, because if it's gonna go crazy, I'd rather go crazy right here in front of me than, you know, a few hundred feet out. So since we've gotten out here, the wind has actually picked up, and I'd say we have somewhere between 5 and 7 or 8 miles an hour of wind, and it is holding very well. I'm very happy with that, so good job, little drone. The size of this drone impresses me, and the weight. So for some of you, weight is important, and knowing that this one is under 250 grams is a big deciding factor for a lot of people. It does say that this drone has about a 300-meter range, and we'll test that today because I feel comfortable with that distance, flying line of sight. I highly encourage you guys to always fly within line of sight. Now we're dealing with a dark, gloomy, dreary day today, so of course our video footage isn't going to be great, but you know what, that's okay. I think we all realize there's just no sunshine today. Now this drone is not as user friendly, in my opinion, as the last drone that we did on the channel, which is about the same price. The biggest difference in quality is that gimbal that you get on the other one, and I think the camera quality is better too. However, it's much larger and weighs more, and you know, it's just a better drone. It honestly is. I'm not seeing an easy way to adjust the camera angle from my controller or from the phone. It does have zoom, so let's rotate back around. And I want to zoom toward us. Oh wow, okay, quite a good zoom. Digital, of course. But again, I'm not seeing an easy user interface on something as simple as adjusting the camera angle, which this can do. There's nothing on my controller at all. I don't like that.
It's not that?
No, that's auto takeoff, auto land.
Oh.
And I have high-low rates. I can turn my lights on and off. Nope, those are where rollers could be. See, these are the kind of things that I like to talk about with you guys because it's a true, I'm not here to sell you this drone. I'd like to, Jamey's, you know, I want you to walk away thinking, hey, that's a great drone, I want to buy it. But I want to be realistic. If I, the guy that has flown 1,000 drones, am struggling to see how I do something as simple as adjusting the camera angle, then, you know, it might not be a good user experience for everybody else out there. Now, I will say there's a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that like this drone. But we're not here to sell this drone to you. I just want to get a decent experience. This drone out of the box flies way faster than the other drone. I'm really booking it, and I like that. It feels like it's flying a lot more like a DJI drone. I feel like this is about the speed of my Spark or the Mavic Mini 2 when it's in sport mode. Look at that go, look at it. Now I slowed down for the turn, but it's moving right along really quickly. Good for it. That's a good speed. Okay, let's get back up. I want to turn the lights on and off when I get a little closer to see if that's something that I can notice. We'll fly the drone in closer. And then it also has a rate button, so I want to press that. We'll do a little test of the range here too after this one, after this close. The light is extremely dim on this drone. You see the green light in the front. If you can't see that on this dark of a day, you're never going to see that. So let's press the light button. I would assume holding it. That may have adjusted the rates. Holding it adjusted the rates, so now we're full speed and it's significantly slower. We'll bring it in close. So if you want to get a more stable shot, I suppose, you'd put it in the lower rate, but I like that it starts you off on the higher rate, I think. We'll go. There's higher rate. A short press of the same button I would have thought would turn the light on and off. There's a little light button, but that's not doing it. It is not doing it. Interesting. So there's a light button on the radio, but it ain't turning that light on and off. Is there a light in the back that turns on and off? Sure isn't. Who knows, guys? Who knows what that's for? Okay. We have return to home, photo, video buttons, and then auto takeoff and auto land. We also have some functions within the app that'll give you like circle me, that type of thing, but I really don't like to test those things until I know the basics of the drone are covered. So we do have a range reading here. We're at 2 meters distance, 3 meters distance. Let's take this puppy out. I feel confident enough to let this fly out. Let's at least get 100 meters out here. We know the property, so we'll fly it out. Video quality is holding okay on the live phone video feed, but we are at just now 70 meters. I'm getting a little bit of video signal breakup here. Let's see if we can at least hit 100 meters. 100 meters is a good distance because I can still see line of sight. Abby, I'm sure you can see it, but it's behind the trees, so probably hard to see on the camera, right? Yes. Okay, we're gonna keep going a little further, knowing the land here, if it would fall out of the sky. Okay.
I think the temperature dropped like 10 degrees since we started. Yeah. I'm not even kidding.
You know what, here we're at 150 meters and it really had a big, we're getting really choppy signal and it says not connected. So that's half of what it says it can do.
That's always
I'm gonna bring it back. I am gonna hold the back just toward me because I flew out in one direction. I'm holding it for, it does on my radio. Look at this, I have telemetry on my radio, which is really nice. It says we're at 78 meters and I can see it line of sight, but the video feed is still dead, even at 70 meters. So I'm disappointed by that. Really disappointed. Okay, so it's, you know, we maintain line of sight for that reason. There are some guys that will do range tests on YouTube. I just think that's about the dumbest thing a person could do. If you ever lose that drone, you are asking for trouble. Asking for trouble. And anyway, that's why we don't push any further than what I'm not going to go any farther than 150 meters with this drone because it obviously lost connection and we're still on the phone at no connection. I want to give the phone to Abby. There may be a cut in the video here as we reconnect the drone. We are back. As we hover here, I'm going to explore in the app some. We're doing a screen recording so you guys can see what I'm seeing. It did say it saved to photos, that's really good. So if we press the top left button, that is what gives us the app joystick, so we could use the phone to fly it rather than the controller if we wanted to. We also have follow me, orbit flight, and headless mode. These things, I'll test something as simple as headless mode. Let's do it. Swipe to enter headless mode. Now what this means is, as the phone falls out of the controller because it's not a good holder for the phone, what this means is if we push, the drone is now facing to our right, okay? If I push the right stick forward now, you see? It flies away. So headless mode is kind of like a trainer beginner mode. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's nice because it doesn't matter which way the drone is facing. If you're flying with the right stick only, no matter which way it's facing, here we'll face back left, I can push the drone to the right and it'll go to the right. If you're not in headless mode and you push right, it will always fly to the drone's right side. We're gonna exit headless mode. I'm just really not that impressed with this drone yet, guys. I'm just being honest with you. We have return to home, land directly below us, a few camera functions. We have some settings up here, but can't be set right now because we're in flight. The rain is picking up, but we're gonna commit to this and fly it around a little bit more. Let's test this range one more time. We'll go back here behind these trees.
Nate.
Yeah?
It's raining a lot now. I like my camera.
All right. Well, Abby's right, the rain's picking up a lot. I think we have a general idea about this drone and how I feel about it anyway, even though this is a quick test. Let's bring it in. We'll land it right here in front of us. Look at that. It does look good in the air, doesn't it? I like it. I like the way it looks anyway. Okay, we're just rotated back around. We're gonna land it right down in front of us. Let the visual position hold kick in, and I'm actually gonna press the auto land button to see how that does. Auto land, help it come down, and we're on a hill, so it's a little rough, but it got it. Come on, baby. That's disappointing there, okay.
And that's how you burn your motors.
Well, that rain really picked up. That's okay though, because I really got a good feel for this drone, and I'll be honest, I'm overall a little disappointed for the amount of money spent on this. So upon closer inspection, because I didn't want to force anything before I took off for the first time, I see that this camera angle is just a manual adjustment before you take off. You cannot adjust that in the air. For that price, I really would have expected that. Now the camera quality, it's okay, but again, at this price point, we just did a drone on the channel the other day that was a couple more bucks than this one, and you get so much more drone for the money. Now, I understand, some of you are limited by, you know, weight restrictions and how you like to fly, but the other drone just so much more bang for your buck. The range on that drone was so good that we could have gone further, but I just didn't feel comfortable flying farther than I could actually see that drone. This one dropped out at about 150 meters, maybe a bit sooner. It didn't even come back. The drone came back, but the video signal, in order to get it back, we had to close the app, right, Abby?
No, I like stopped recording and it just kicked back on finally.
Fair enough, okay. So it did take forever to get it back. Gosh, MJX, the way I remember MJX, I would say is like 90% good. Right? Abby and I only ever experienced 2 of their drones that we didn't like.
Technically, they were like the same thing. They had like an in-store version and an online version. Yes,
and it was their ready-to-fly, beginner-friendly race drone.
Yeah.
Which, you know, they had plastic motors. They had plastic brushless housing for the motors. And it was poor quality, and they just gave out. This drone, I guess, is better than most of those GPS drones we used to review on the channel, but when I'm comparing it to something in a similar price range, which I think is what we have to do, this just doesn't compete with the one I keep referring to. The one that I keep referring to, we'll have a card at the top of this video at some point that you can click on. We'll also link it in our description box below so you can compare them, and we'll link the video review that we did of that drone that we recently did in the description box below. To me, it's a no-brainer. I think Abby feels the same way.
Yep.
This is kind of a joke in comparison to what it is capable of doing in a very similar price point. I love the idea of this, but the implementation is just not there. I am so sorry if there are people out there reviewing this thing, telling you to buy it, because I have seen some people saying this is the best drone of 2020, and I just laugh so hard at that. And that is what frustrates me about drones in this world. There are so many people on YouTube and Facebook groups and everything.
All right, Nathan. If you watch any of our drone videos in the last year, you'll hear what Nathan wants to say right now. Just go watch another video.
Abby's cold, so she wants me to wrap this up.
My hands hurt.
But it's important for me to let you guys know that there are so many salesmen out there that are not reviewers. Just be careful who you're watching. That's what I'm getting at. If you're interested and you still love this thing, we'll have it linked in the description box below. You can check it out for yourself. But I'm making a strong recommendation to buy the other drone that I've referred to many times throughout this video. I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm grateful for Abby, even though she's very cold right now. She's actually wearing my coat.
Hey, I asked if you were going to wear it, and you said you can wear it.
That's right. And I'm happy about that. I'm just saying I'm making the effort. We're out here doing this together in the cold for you guys and in the rain. And hopefully you guys appreciate that. Hopefully you appreciate the honesty. I might give this another shot. If you guys really let me know if I did something wrong in the comments, why you love this drone, let me know and maybe we'll put it back in the air. I'm not going to write it off super fast. I'm definitely going to fly it again on my own time. But for being able to get out here, talk to you guys and let you know how I feel about something like this, I thank the big guy upstairs. And I'm so grateful for you guys all watching, because without you giving us those likes, we wouldn't be able to get in front of the camera and let you know our true feelings about something like this. So a huge thank you to everyone watching, and an even bigger thanks to our Patreon supporters to allow our channel to be as honest as it has been through the years. Hopefully you guys are getting some Christmas cards coming in the mail. If you haven't already gotten them, they should be on their way to all of our Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. Thanks for everything you do for us. That popular drone that I love is the video of that we did will be popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.